So, stamp news. Last week, we discussed the design process of U.S. stamps and the topics chosen. Brian, as a dealer, what do you think about the recent stamp designs?
Well, in terms of being a major part of my business, I'm not the post office, and that is the great source for all of these items. I'm amazed to see there's an audience for every kind of design. Now, while not all of them are going to be my own personal favorites, I think they've had a really exhaustive attempt to include just about everything they can on a stamp of late, it seems. I still get the complaints about, I'd like to have a single for my album as opposed to the format of 20 and that sort of thing, but it continues to be, when I do resell those particular items, the topics like the movie stars and the dinosaurs, the oddity items are the most popular things. In terms of the designs, I learned a long time ago not to tell people this is worth collecting and that isn't based on design, because for one critic, there's 100 fans, it seems. So.
Yeah, but for one stamp design, there seems to be 100 people who hate it for every one who likes it.
And the former is what you hear more about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not like the 18-cent professional management stamp, a black engraving of a businessman on a blue background. I'm going to go out on a limb, and for me, that's better. Anything's better. But.
There was a letter in Lynn's, a letter to the editor, panning the Star Trek stamp, just basically reiterating what we all said. So I guess we're not, alone here. We actually have major publications printing the exact same opinion. But Star Trek, it holds, sort of like to our hearts.
Yes, it depends on one's generation. But,
yes.
I would say that that would have, years ago, when I was maybe a little less understanding, been one of those things that as a stamp elitist, I would have said, no. But these days, I've said, being in the business now, this is 34 years in the business, our 30th year as Hunting Company. And I really, will pretty much go out on a limb to say everybody's entitled to collect what they want to collect. And, they want to have fun. Fun is sometimes all it's about. So,
my opinion is the only poor way to collect stamps is not to collect.
No, there is one wrong way to collect stamps, and that's where the stamps are actually destroyed within your collection. If you destroy the stamps, I consider that a wrong way to collect.
But
I know
if that's what you enjoy, and you're buying stamps, that doesn't bother me. It makes mine more valuable.
I know a bad way to collect, and it was the person who introduced me to stamp collecting. She glued them into her book with actual glue. We were 9. We didn't know.
Well, that's not the first time I've seen that kind of thing go on.
Actually, I have a horror story of a person who taped them in, not glued, but taped. And the tape had very strong acid. And it turned the stamps into like transparent, fragile little glass things. And as you tried to lift them up, they literally broke apart. It's like they shattered. It made the paper so incredibly stiff. So that's don't use tape.